How my ego helped me start and scale my music coaching business from $25,000 in credit card debt to $28,000 per month. The value you're going to get from this video is going to be inspiration, motivation, and mindset. I am super cuddled up with the orange jacket. We do have a black cup of coffee. Cup numero dos for the day. I have this little thing of notes right here to help me get through this video. But I just want you to know, if you're going to look for a video that's like, oh man, I need a super tutorial video. I need to learn something. I need to take what I hear from this video and go do it. To be honest, this isn't one of those. This is going to be like talking head, me just literally sharing with you how my ego helped me, but it's actually going to give you a ton of value because you need to have an ego. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So your ego, people are always like, oh, like, you know, your ego, people think your ego is bad, and it's not. Your ego is not bad. Okay. Hot take. It's not that your ego and our egos are bad. It's that we don't always know how to control our ego, and we don't know how to rein it in to help us in and direct the energy of our ego in a positive way. I'm still working on it. Because your ego will tell you not to do things. Your ego will help, you know, make you feel sensitive and shit like that. But sometimes your ego can actually boost you up. And so I'm going to explain how mine boosted me up. And like, I've actually noticed with a lot of people, musicians, music producers, music artists, music coaches, how you need more of an ego, actually. So my story's super quick. For the first 7 years of my music career, I was just a recording artist, rapper, singer, songwriter, and that was what I was trying to do. Around the 7-year mark, I was like, I need to learn how to produce my own music. So I learned how to make beats, mix, master, produce, play piano. And then like it changed my life to be able to do that. And I actually saw Russ, and I was like, I saw Russ doing his thing where, you know, he was producing, mixing, mastering. And I was actually really inspired by his bravado and his cockiness and his ego. I was really inspired by it. It inspired me. And that's a little foreshadowing into the lesson here. So his ego inspired me because I want to have that confidence and I want to accomplish those things. And so I learned how to produce my own music. And then a few years later, I decided to start a coaching business teaching recording artists how to produce their own songs. It was late 2022, and I was $25,000 in credit card debt, and I was only making $2,000 a month as a youth basketball coach. Beginning of 2023, I ended up getting basically 2 more jobs. So I was doing basketball training, I was doing social media work for real estate agents, and I was working at a coffee shop, local coffee shop here in my city called Rooted Coffee Shop. So imagine I'm working 3 jobs. And I'm $25,000 in credit card debt, right? But now I'm making like $5-6 grand a month at the jobs. So I tripled my income, which was good. Married as well. I'm married. And so I wanted to explain to you, like, you're going to get the value from understanding where the ego comes in, because when I was driving, so think about this, like, I got to get to the coffee shop at 6 a.m. Luckily, I didn't live that far away, so I could leave my house at 5:45. I could even leave at 5:50 and still like totally get there on time. But I would leave at like 5:45. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and I would at 5:15 a.m. send cold DMs. So literally, like I would not get all my cold DMs done, but I would get like a lot of them done, like at least 20 or 30, and I would send 50 a day. So imagine like I'd wake up at 5, quick cup of water, I'd have a little coffee. And then 5:15, I just like sit at my table with my coffee and water and just like bang out cold DMs from 5:15 to 5:45. Or like I'd brush my teeth before I'd leave for work, and then like I'd go to work. While I would drive, and I remember I'd have to drive, and we couldn't, I remember because where the coffee shop was on a busy street, so we couldn't just like park in front of the coffee shop because we'd have to pay for parking. So we'd have like this other parking lot that was like a couple blocks from the actual shop. So I remember driving to work, listening to demos of my songs, because I'm still an artist, right? And like at that time I was as well. And so I'd have my notes app, and I'd be listening to my own songs that I was like getting ready to put out, just like, I remember one day I was listening to one of my songs called Summit. No, sorry, this was even before that. No, but yeah, I was actually listening to that song. I was listening to my song Summit, crying on the way to work because I was so excited. Like I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because I was like, I'm going to make it. Like, I was inspired from myself. And I was listening to this song, and at that, you know, I've been doing music now for 15 years, but at that time it was 13 years. And I was like, dude, I have been doing this music thing for 13 fucking years. And I'm still fucking grinding. I'm still fucking doing it. I'm still believing in myself. I'm still hustling. And it's just like, it's fucking dope, bro. And I was inspired by me. So I would drive to work, and then I'd get there and I would listen to like 2 or 3 songs. Me, Nipsey Hussle, The Kid Laroi, Rod Wave, Lil Bean. Like, I would listen to some artists that inspired me, just crying on my way, walking to the coffee shop, being like, this is the movie. This is it. This is my Rocky cutscene. Like, I'm in the middle of it. And I had zero fucking doubt in my mind that I'm like, dude, I'm the fucking man. I'm Leezy the fucking Gifted. Like, I am the man. I'm the shit. And I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make it happen. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm doing it. Dude, that's ego. And that's good. Now, the ego isn't in a way of like, just because I'm the man doesn't mean you're not. Like, that's the cool thing about your ego is you can have an ego and still like uplift and inspire other people. That's the thing, is like, people think that if you're arrogant or you're cocky or you have an ego that you think other people are lower than you. I don't think I think some people are lower than me. I'll tell you, if you're a hater, if you're someone who writes hate comments on Instagram, yeah, you're a scum of the earth, obviously. But if you're a rich-minded person and you're trying to get after your goals, like, I don't think you're lower than me or I'm higher than you. Of course not. You're a human being. I treat human beings good. So just because you have an ego doesn't mean that you're like a bad person. So, I wanted to share too the couple lessons here, which is the biggest thing that I think you can take away from this, and I tell this to my clients in Music Money Mastery, who I help them build their music coaching businesses. What would you do if you always knew? What would you do if you knew? So ask yourself that. If you knew you were going to make it, what would you do? In this moment in time, you can stop the video or think about it while you're watching this video, and maybe close your eyes with me if you want to. What would you do if you knew? Whatever thing you're struggling with right now, whatever decision you're struggling with right now, whatever indecision you're struggling with or limiting beliefs that you're struggling with, if you knew you were going to make it, how would you act in this moment? I always knew. And I still know, because I'm always trying to get to the next level, but I always knew I was going to make it. Like, there was never like, what if? It's like, there ain't no fucking what if out here. I know I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to do it. I just know. And you know what's cool about the world and about life and about, everything is like, bro, you're allowed to think that. Like, did you know that you're allowed? You're allowed, bro. You're allowed to think that you're going to make it. You're allowed to have that level of confidence in yourself. So why don't you? So I want to share with you, like, that's kind of in the past of like what it took for me to get to the point. Now it's cool. For the last 3 years, I've done 6 figures in income the last 3 years in a row with my business, and that's great. But that's not enough for me. I want to do more than that, right? I want to make more things happen. And what's been interesting is, looking at the last 3 years doing 6 figures in income, 3 years in a row, I'm really proud of myself. But I also look at that and go, but why haven't you done more? Like, why haven't you pushed it more? And it's an identity shift that I've needed to make. And that's what's now in 2026. That's the identity shift I've needed to make. And so I'll share with you what the old goals were. So I actually made a video not too long ago, like just a couple months ago, basically like my road to 30K a month with my music business. That goal sucks, bro. Like, I don't want to make 30K a month. I want to make 100K a month. And what hit me was my ego. Actually, my ego was saying, oh, like 30K a month's great. But my ego has just recently realized, Lee, like, what kind of fucking pussy ass goal is a 30K a month? Like, what kind of soft, lower version of yourself goal is that, bro? 30K a month? Like, that is nothing. And I realized my reasons for why I want more, and I'm going to explain them to you. But that was my ego telling me, like, that's not good enough of a goal, 30K a month. Like, it's just not. So my new goals is I want to get a new car within the next 6 months. I want to get a Dodge Charger. It does not have to be brand new. I actually am completely fine with a certified pre-owned as long as it's like a great car. I'm looking at anywhere from a 2017 or newer. I think 2017 to 2022 is going to be the year of the car. I definitely want it to be black. I want it to be like black, like all black, black tinted windows. I want black rims on it. I will go get extra. I'll spend extra money to get black tinted rims or black rims. I also decided I want to put my logo, the Music Money Mastery logo, which is like a keyboard piano with the olive branch and a crown. I made the logo myself. I want to put that on both doors, the front, what do you call it? The front doors. I want to put the logo on there. I don't even need to put Music Money Mastery or anything. I could, but even if it's just the logo itself, like I want to put that on there because it's my car and I can do whatever the fuck I want. I also think I could use it as a tax write-off because that way it would be like advertising. So anyway, I want to do that. I think that'll be fucking sick. And I want it to have Apple CarPlay. I want a heated seat. I want heated seats. I want heated steering wheel. I want to do it where the car, you can double click the keys and it starts the car before you walk into it. I think that's sick as fuck. So yeah, anyway, that's what I want. I want to get that this year. I want to get that in the next 6 months actually. And I'm going to make that happen. My dream car is also a Miami Blue Porsche Macan. I want to get that. I don't need to get that this year. And I'm cool with that. Like, honestly, like the Porsche Macan is going to cost a little bit more money anyway. It's probably like more than double the price. And I'm like, I don't want to wait until I can get that car. I'd rather get the Dodge Charger because I will be very excited by a Dodge Charger. It looks like the Dodge Charger is going to be somewhere between 15 and 25K. I would be open to looking into financing the car, but I actually would prefer to just pay it in full. But I would be open to financing as well. Maybe 10K down and the rest of it financed. But I don't want to rush into getting it. Like I want to get it when it's going to make sense. Anyway, so that's my ego though, right? And it's like, I'll even stop right there with the ego thing on the car. It's like, dude, you don't need a new car. You can go back and forth hemming and hawing about, oh, is a car a good investment or not? It's like, well, I think that a car is a great investment for me because me not getting a car is me telling myself I'm not worth it. Like, you don't want to get a car. You don't need a car. You don't deserve a car. You're not worth it. You know, why do you deserve to get a car? That would be why I wouldn't get a car. None of those are good reasons at all not to get a car. But if I get a car, I'm going to get the car because I deserve it. I've earned it. I've worked for it. I've spent fucking decades grinding on my business, grinding on my music. So just for me, for myself, it's worth it. But even more what's worth it is when I get that car, I'm going to show it on social media and show the reason for getting it. And it's going to inspire other people. And then somebody else is going to build a great, amazing, impactful business because they saw me do it. So why would me getting a car is going to impact me. It's going to make me happy. It's going to make me a better husband because I'm going to be more of a proud person. I'm going to walk around with my chest puffed out, being more confident, wanting to serve and support people. My wife, I'm going to be driving my wife around in that car and she's going to be like, wow, this is cool. I admire my husband for doing this. That's going to make her a better wife. That's going to make everybody around me be like, yo, that's fucking sick. Good for you. Like, that's super inspiring. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, how's your little music business going? And they're going to see me with that sick ass car with my fucking logo on it. And they're going to be like, dude, that's fucking sick that you did that. That's amazing. And then other people are going to see him like, I want to build a business like that. I want to go do something like that because I can see how much of a better person Lee is because of that. You know what I mean? And they're going to be like, that's going to change other people's lives. The other goal is I want to get to 100K a month. My new why is I want my wife to not have to work. Now, my wife, she wants to work. She's a career woman. She's a physical therapist. She is super passionate about her work. So I don't want to take work away from her, right? Even when we have kids, if she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, great. But I'm not going to tell her, I want you to be a stay-at-home mom. No, I want you to live your life. I want you to have the freedom to, like, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom for a season, then you can. But if you want to go back to work, you can as well. Like, that's what I want for her. I don't want my wife to feel like she has to go to work because we need the money. And when you make 100K, 150K, 200K, 250K, 300K a year in top-line revenue in your business, you can't give your family that kind of freedom. Even if you make, maybe if you make 500K a year in top line revenue, because you could boil that down to 200K in income. But even then it's like with kids and a dog, and it's like, you can't really, you can't give your family that kind of freedom with just that much money. So I think if you're making 100K a month in top line revenue, I think that will boil down to, I've done the math. So 100K a month in top line revenue will boil down to 30K per month in personal income after taxes, business expenses and team and advertising, and after saving money. I still think I'll be able to take away 30. That's 30K per month in fuck you money. That's like, I can that's like our personal expenses, like bills, rent, all the stuff. Bills, rent, gas, cars, groceries, gym memberships, personal training, like traveling for fun. Like, that's 30K a month in personal income. In addition to having liquid money in the bank, taking care of my business, taking care of taxes. 30K a month at that point, that's like, okay, that's pretty good. Like, that'd be like 30K a month. I could take that and tell my wife, I could pay you $5,000 per month in salary to like manage the house. Like, if she wanted, like, I could pay you $5,000 a month to do that if you wanted to not work. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, if she wants to go work and make her own six figures, it's like, great. Well, I'm bringing in 30K a month to us. You want to bring in your six-figure income too. Like, that's great. But that will give her the freedom to be like, I don't want to work right now. I want to go wake up whenever I want, take care of the kids, clean the house, make food, go grocery shopping, go do Pilates, go do yoga. Like, I want to go do those things. And then daddy's going to be locked in the office grinding on his music coaching business to help his clients. Like, that could set us up, bro. So my why at that point is like, I want to give my wife the freedom to have that life. And then I also, at 100K a month, like, I'm not going to be able to make $100,000 per month without impacting people on a massive level. That's not a limiting belief. That's a good belief. So I want to get to 100K a month because for me to get there, I have to impact people at a high level. I have to get clients great results. Like, if I'm not helping people make money, I won't get to 100K a month. So to get to 100K a month, I have to pour into my clients, raise my prices so that they take it more seriously so they can get a bigger impact, and then they can make better decisions for themselves. So that is how my ego helped me get to where I am today, and it's how my ego is going to help me continue to grow and scale my music coaching business, and it's how your ego is going to help you do the same. I hope you got value from this video. I appreciate you, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to serve and support you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.